Ladies, gentlemen, welcome back to some more Division 2. First, before I get into the video, if you enjoyed the content that you have seen in this video, please like and subscribe to the channel, and please make sure that the notification bell is turned on for all notifications, because for some reason YouTube never puts it on that whenever you subscribe. So make sure you go on, click on my channel, click the notification bell for all notifications for whenever I upload. You will be in the know. But speaking of being in the know, let me get into this book bag called the Memento, which is a new exotic book bag that came with another handful of exotics during this season. And basically, this, I'm willing to say, is in the running for best exotic in the game in terms of armor. Well, armor pieces. Weapons is not being counted because they're weapons. You can't compare a gun to a book bag in any universe ever. So as you can see here, as it says, this is called the Memento. Duh, of course, I already mentioned that. And the little text there says, I took from those who watched, hunted and collected until only their shadows remain. Now my watch has ended, so yours may begin. Inscription by an unknown author, which clearly, obviously, he's probably was a hunter, because as you can see on the book bag, you got the classic hatchet or mini axes, whatever you want to call it. And also he's got division watches wrapped around said book bag and axes or hatchets. Now, this exotic has two specialties. The first specialty is that it is the only piece of armor in the game that can roll with all three core attributes, which is weapon damage, armor, and skill tier. However, it does not roll with any other attributes, because that would be overkill and that would be cheating. Like really OP cheating. So you do get a gear slot. So when you go down to the talents, the talent is kill confirm. Enemies you kill, drop a trophy on death. Collecting trophies provides both a short-term and long-term buff. The first of which scales with the number of core attributes equipped and lasts 10 seconds. So basically what that means is when based on the number of core attributes equipped, you'll get one of those three. Well, it'll scale with one of those three. So if you've got, I have all damage, so clearly I'm going to get, 6 plus 5% weapon damage. If you have a armor, you'll get 10% bonus armor, which I get because I only have one due to this book bag. Same thing with skill efficiency. If you have a skill tier, which is just that 5%, because I only have one on this, which is on this book bag. And then for the other trait, for every trophy collected, you gain an additional 1% weapon damage, plus 1 skill efficiency, and 0.1% armor regeneration for 300 seconds. Now, to clarify for people getting confused, when you first pick up the trophy, you get that 10-second buff. That's what that is. And for the second trait, so actually no, let me put it this way. When you pick up one trophy, you're getting two buffs. You're getting the 5% weapon damage that scales with whatever trait, whatever core attribute you have. You get that for 10 seconds. So yeah, that's what that is. Then for the second one is the 1%. So the 1% will stay until you stack it up to 30. that 1% goes up to 30 maximum stacks, as well as the other, 1% skill efficiency and 0.1% armor for 300 seconds. So that's what that is. So you're getting that for 300 seconds. Plus, as you pick up the trophies, you're getting an additional plus 5%, plus 10%, plus another 5% for the skill. So that's how it works. So you get a long-term, you're getting the long-term variant, which is the 1%, short-term variant, which is whatever the 5%, 10% thing is. So yeah. And with that being said, I cannot really show off the talent in the shooting range. So what we're going to do is we're going to fast travel to the Washington Hotel. This is, of course, on challenging difficulty. And we will test this thing out there. Well, I will show it off there, because this thing can get pretty ridiculous, especially if you have backfire, or if you're going for a DPS build. This is definitely going to be something you want to go for. Alright, so we're here at Grand Washington Hotel, and let's go off and show. So I'm gonna kill these guys real quick, and it's a tank. He never really shows up at this beginning part, so it's kind of new to see him. Alright, poke your head up. Alright, so you see these little orange things with the arm? That's what you're getting your buff. So if you look here, the orange arm is that 10-second buff. The gray, that constant arm that's staying there, that's that 1% long-term buff. So as long as you keep killing, you're gonna keep stacking on that 1%. You're gonna keep getting that 10-second buff. Alright. So as you can see here, these guys aren't really, they're not a problem at all. And I just dazed myself, because and just poisoned myself. So now here's gonna be a better show of how powerful this talent is right here, because there's some purples and some gold bar enemies. So in addition to this, I am running my critical build. So these guys are absolutely going to be melted as you keep getting these buffs. Alright, so I'm just going to sit right here and heal. Where'd he go? Okay. So as you can see here, not even a problem dealing with that guy right there. And in fact, I'm going to switch to Lady Death, just to give you an example of how typically how good that extra bonus comes into play. So say I'm putting on this exotic Lady Death, for example, and I have my Memento. Remember, you get that I think it's 75% amplified damage, plus I'm building onto that damage due to Memento. So no one, you're just gonna run through everybody. Just this, and especially if you're doing if you're trying to do some of the trials, the mission trials, which Wraith League is now available. That makes it a lot easier to complete some of those objectives. So as you can see, I'm just running through everybody. No one's a problem at all because of this amazing book bag. and plus I'm running Lady Death, so that just makes things even more better. And then imagine if you had something like Contractor's Gloves with damage to armor. No one just that's just going to be amazing, because some of these bosses have millions of health, like they're fucking the Juggernaut off of X-Men. So pretty good exotic, pretty good. So that's just a typical combo. I'm gonna switch back to the P90, because P90 is typically what I run, and plus this has damage to armor on it. The Lady Death does too, but I prefer the P90, mainly for the ammo, for the magazine. So as you can see here, my stacks are almost complete. And as you can see on the damage numbers, I'm clocking in at, you know, around 270 to 300,000 critical hits.
That's what you get, you dumb sons of bitches.
Doing all right there, Kelso?
As long as I'm not breathing asbestos. That blasted a lot of damage.
So yeah, that's pretty much, you know, the idea of this exotic. You know, you're just gonna keep getting those short terms and those long. The main thing here is you want to keep stacking up those long-term buffs so that you could get that 30%. And plus, like I mentioned, as an example, if you're using this book bag with something like Lady Death or Backfire, and well, Backfire would work more for me because I have a critical build. But you know, the main thing is, yes, the short-term buff is good, but it's only 10 seconds. So my thing is the long-term buff. There we go. Had my tongue tied. But stack those up, and once you get to 30%, even for people who run armor or skill builds, you know, you don't really hit all that hard. Well, depending on the build, but you're not gonna really hit all that hard. So this is definitely gonna help out a lot with those type of builds and hitting a lot harder, and you won't have to just depend on an exotic to hit hard. With this book bag, it's more of like, hey, I'm kind of your crutch, so I'm gonna help you with that damage or that extra armor that you need. As you can see, even with the P90 still running through everybody, no one is a problem at all. And yes, I know majority of them are red bars, but I did run into that gold, and you saw what I did to the gold. So I'm gonna actually just finish this mission. I'm gonna so as you can see, that was a gold bar right there. Not even a challenge at all. So for me, definitely recommend this exotic for anyone who, you know, who wants this book bag. You get it at level 90 on the season pass rank. You do not need the premium pass to get it. So I think double XP is still going on for this new. Please jump on it as soon as you can, because it's going to be a lot more difficult, or you're going to have to grind a lot more to get this book bag. So once again, to recap, Memento, great book bag, long-term buff, which gives you 1% on skill efficiency and weapon damage. Let's open up the let's open it up again. So once again, to recap the recap, very great book bag. It rolls with all core attributes, no secondary attributes, only a gear slot. It gives you long-term and short-term buffs. Long-term buffs, you get plus weapon plus 1% to skill and weapon damage, and 0.1% to armor regeneration. The maximum is 30 stacks, and each time you pick up a trophy, you'll get that. You'll add to that long-term buff, as well as get a short-term buff that's stronger for 10 seconds. So yeah, definitely I recommend this exotic. I definitely see this exotic being used like a lot, like the most used one over pretty much any of the other ones. So definitely, if you can, grind as soon as possible to get this book bag. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end the video here. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content that you have seen and heard here. And just as another thing, I am on Twitch now. I made a Twitch account. I'm going to show it here, right here in a second. That is my Twitch, Blacks and Be Raging. So same as everything, there's no spaces. It's just, you know, Blacks and Be Raging. So, you know, look me up on Twitch. I haven't gotten a schedule out as of yet, but I'm gonna work on a schedule of streaming. Probably, most likely, it's probably gonna be that I stream on the weekend, not really on the weekdays. Weekdays is more gonna be like, you know, if it is a weekday, it's probably gonna be like Friday or something. Or, you know, maybe I might just, you know, hit you guys with pop-up streams, but for the most part, it's looking like my schedule is going to turn out to be on the weekends, probably mostly Saturdays, more than likely Saturdays. But yeah, that was just a quick update, and I will see you guys on the next video, or if not, then Saturday I will see you guys when I stream. Maybe it might be this, or it might be Borderlands, who knows. But other than that, I'm out. And speaking of out, rage out and peace out. I said my whole joint backwards. Allow me to interject here. I did say it right, I just didn't finish it because apparently I don't know my own ending slogan. So allow me, editing Blacks and Be Raging, to say it properly for video Blacks and Be Raging. Remember, rage out and peace out. And speaking of out, I'm out. Later, and subscribe and like. Thank you very much.